Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Wacky Wednesday. The festivities are around the corner, and the shopping bug is going to bite us soon. But before you go on a shopping spree, a humble request: open your closets and have a look. Do we need something new? Well, aren't our closets bursting with things? Somebody might say, "Oh, I'm going to donate a few of these things." Sure, you can. But then I would also request you to take a look outside. Singapore is shrouded in the mystery of haze. And lots of bugs are scratching the throats, tickling the nose. And yes, my clinic has lots of patients with colds and flus. So the point that I'm trying to drive at is that we may eat healthy, exercise regularly, sleep well, follow this and that diet, pop in lots of vitamins, and try to keep our health abreast. But unless we take care of the environment, nothing is going to protect us from the hazards that environment will throw right back at us, like this haze that we see. Can anybody tell me, if you're healthy, can you protect the haze from going into your nose? No, right? So it's time we think about reuse, recycle, and reduce. I shared a Buddha's video few weeks back, which talks about Buddha's mantra of saving the world. Well, we all do need to play a part. So before you go and buy something new, I'm here in with me today somebody who will give you creative ideas, creative tips, and she runs an organization which actually recycles your fabric, not only the one that you wear, but also that you use in your home in such a creative way that you don't feel a need to buy anything new. In a way, she supports the minimalistic movement. We have with us today the beautiful Anita Varma, who I lovingly call as the doctor of fabric because she really mends them and gives them a new life, the founder of Fabricate. Over to Anita.
Thank you, Dr. Priya, for having me here.
Good morning, Anita.
Good
And we
morning.
surely here, all our friends out there would like to know how and where did Fabricate begin?
Fabricate's journey began with a wine spill on a sari that I wore on my son's first birthday. That sari had a special meaning because it was given to me by my mother. It was a beautiful, resplendent Kanjivaram sari, canary yellow, and it was beautiful. And I was very sad to see that wine spill on the sari. However, I tried to dry clean it and take care of it, but nothing like that worked, and it sat on my wardrobe for many years. 20 years later, I decided that I need to relive those memories, and I changed it into a scarf and a skirt. And when I wore it, it brought back that flood of memories of early motherhood, of my wedding, which I held so precious in my life. And that is that epiphany moment that Fabricate was born.
Isn't that beautiful? And as she was talking, when she said canary yellow, I looked at this border. I wore a 9-yard when I got married because I am from Maharashtra and the girl comes in yellow and in a 9-yard. The sari is no longer there because as every fabric wears off, but the border I have still preserved. And what you guys see me wearing today is a dupatta that my mother wore to college. I still wear it to my clinic and all my patients love it. But when I was talking to Anita the other day, she gave me a brilliant idea. She said, why don't I use your sari border on your mother's dupatta to create a lovely gift for your daughter? What a beautiful thought she gave me. Wouldn't it be nice that my daughter receives the legacy of her nanny and her mom all in one dupatta, which she can use and who knows, maybe gift it to her daughter? So that's the beauty of Anita's idea of not just recycling fabric, but creating memories and meaningful souvenirs. But there are other ideas or other vision that Fabricate celebrates, and I would like Anita to tell us about that vision.
Yes, doctor. One thing, of course, this thing of harboring memories and reliving memories through our forgotten fabrics and precious fabrics. And I'd like to highlight over here that when we talk about precious, it is not precious here does not connote expensive. For example, this apron that I'm wearing over here, it's an ordinary business shirt I wore in my work days, and it reminds me, whenever I see this, it reminds me of those moments when I sat in a meeting room, and at times I was talking to HR. There are various little career milestones that are etched in my memory and takes me back to those days when I led a corporate life. However, now I have transformed it as an apron because I want to use the fabric, and I need in my for when I do my work, I need to be wearing an apron. So I have it now reintegrated into my life, and the memories are there. Plus, the purpose is also being fulfilled. So we have reintegrated it into our mainstream, and this is the way Fabricate contributes to the whole aspect of circular economy. Whereas, which means we are optimizing waste management, we are using resources efficiently, and minimizing waste. Doctor, as you mentioned about the landfills, Semakau Island is choking. 2032 is the time it's going to lose capacity. Singapore has just introduced the sustainability bill, wherein we are going to be reducing the waste, and this is the way we can all reduce waste by reintegrating pieces of fabric, curtains, towels, saris, shirts. You'll be amazed at what all fabric can be literally harvested for meaningful items.
The festivities, the Navratri, the Diwali, the Christmas, all come home, and we all love to spruce up our homes. We like to decorate them, buy new cushion covers, new upholstery to make our home look new. But why not use something that we have at home to do up our home in a festive way? Now you see, I have this old, not so good looking cushions in my house, and I was wondering, how do I transform this simple looking Cinderella into a beautiful princess? And who comes to my rescue? None other than the fairy goddess Anita Varma. So I open my closet and I always save up things. So I have this old sari border from my grandmother's 9-yard. And this border is special. Do you know why? One of my brother is a major in the Indian Army and is always posted at borders. He keeps India safe. And wherever he goes, he buys fabric for me. So this came from the northeast. I had stitched a dress from it, but still the border remained. And it holds memories of my dear loving brother, who is always there to fight and defend India. So these memories, I had kept them locked in my cupboard. And Anita said, why not we use all these memories to spruce up our Cinderella and send her for the ball? Well, do watch our space as Cinderella gets ready to meet Prince Charming. Watch the space in our future episodes. But there is something else. Navratri, the 9 days of the goddess. The 9 days when we celebrate empowerment of the women's energy, the feminine energy latent in every human, man and woman. That is the time when we celebrate awakening of creativity. And in our temples, Anita discovered a way to share the blessings of the goddess with her upcycling or creative upcycling projects. Can you tell us more about that, Anita?
So, Doctor, it's like this. It is customary in most cultures to make an offering of clothing or garments. And even in the Indian temples, this is a custom of offering the saris to the goddesses. What happens to these saris? If they are fresh and nice, they are recirculated, and in the form of donation, there's some income generated for the temple. However, there are certain saris that are soiled or smudged, and they just lie in bins waiting to be disposed. For me, when I looked at those saris, I thought they had a much more value because they had touched the feet and had been blessed by the goddess of energy and empowerment. And these saris, despite their smudge, despite the fact that they had got stained and they've soiled and looked used, for me, they had that special significance. Often they would even smell of the Havan Puja and bring back that entire aura of worship.
How beautiful.
So I thought that why don't we use this fabric to make little decor items for the puja celebrations or for your haldi kumkum events, or that's a time when you're proud of your home and your home becomes your showpiece, and when you've decorated yourself your home with these items, it adds that special
Blessings.
significance and that piety that the temple had imbibed in the sari.
It's not just temples. Look at any place of worship, dargahs, gurudwaras, churches. It's customary to offer garments to the goddess or god because it's our way of saying thank you. They bring, like she rightfully said, the aura of sanctity, the aura of blessing. And yes, to upcycle these fabrics and offer them as gift is to share the blessing with somebody else. What a beautiful view that this is. Wouldn't all of us want to use whatever we have, our memories, our blessings, and share that with everybody this festival and reduce the waste that we would be generating in the world? So do watch us out. Do watch our space and our Wacky Wednesdays for more update as Anita takes us on this journey of upcycling borders. You know, I even showed her this. Can anybody guess what this is? Well, Indians, when we buy our kurtas, sometimes are given these. These are the hands. But I like sleeves. Yeah. See, a doctor says hand, a fabricate doctor says
I'd like to
sleeves.
just tell you a little bit of these. So these are these little sleeves, these are little bits and pieces which are extra fabric. It's amazing when I have even used these, make them as additional pockets or additional layers in handbags and things like that. Even these little bits, it's just a question of thinking a little bit out of the box, and there's so much of fun when and excitement when you have created something out of almost nothing.
And as she was talking that just now, she actually etched a memory out of my brain. My youngest Masi, that is my mom's youngest sister who's no more, used to do patchwork with all these little things. I think the art of patchwork is dying. Very few are keeping
Quilting,
it alive.
yeah.
Quilting, yes. You know, that was the way where communities got bonded. Singapore had started a Singapore quilt. And in US, when I went in the 9/11 museum, there are quilts which people have made. These bring people together. Fabrics bring people together. Memories bring people together. What a beautiful world it would be where we connect and save Mother Earth through and in fabric. Thank you and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you, Anita, for
Thank you,
coming
Priya ji.
and giving us tips on how we can upcycle bits and pieces of fabrics and relive memories, not just in the cupboards, but actively in our life. Thank you very much and have a great Navratri, a great Diwali, and Merry Christmas. Thank you.